one of the pieces of feedback that I get most often is just how prepared my clients feel for their session before they even step foot into the studio. And I have got to be honest, you guys, I feel so validated when I get that feedback because I've put a lot of time and effort into making sure that I answer every single question you could possibly have and really just making sure that you feel like you have clear expectations for what your day in the studio is going to look like. Most of my clients who are reaching out have never done anything like this before. And I don't care how long I've been doing this, I assume that that's the case with every single person that I chat with. So I treat everybody as if they're a brand new baby and I have to walk you through the process. I literally hold your hand the whole time. And let me tell you more about the resources that you get, why my clients love and appreciate them, and why you have nothing to worry about. So, number one, before you even decide you want to book a session with me, the very first thing that we're going to do is
Kill this fly that's flying around my office for absolutely no reason.
anyways, I digress. The very first thing that's going to happen before you even decide you want to book your session with me is we are having a phone call. Okay. I always schedule a phone consultation with clients after I give them all the basic details just to make sure that we're vibing, right? Like, I feel like having a phone call is so important because you actually can talk to the person. I can get a better feel for what you're looking for. It's just so much easier to give you all the details and more depth by having that phone call versus writing things out in text. We all know things get lost in translation sometimes, yada, yada, yada. You get the picture, right? So we are having that phone call. And then I always send you a little recap email. I like to kind of highlight all the need to know stuff. That way, if you need some time to digest and you're still not ready to book your sesh, I'm fine with that. I am here. I'm full of corny jokes. Okay. And I always am going to tell you, I'm a patient lady. You know where to find me. And I mean it. I have no issue waiting around. Um, I'm here when you guys are ready. You cannot force this. You cannot push this. You have to do this when you're ready. So, when you do decide that you are ready to schedule, I've got resources, baby. So, when you book, you're going to get access to your very own client portal. And this client portal is super easy to access. You're going to log into it, and poof, the resource fairy, AKA your girl Dre, is going to have three major forms in there for you that you can review at your own leisure. You can look at them whenever you feel like it. If you're a mom like me and you're scrolling at 1 a.m. because that's the only alone time you get, then you're going to love this, right? So, the very first thing that you're going to get is a boudoir prep guide. And this prep guide is going to be like your holy grail. I'm just kidding. It's not. It's got some good stuff in there, okay? So, two things that people ask me the most about is what do I wear and where do I get it, right? You're going to have outfit inspiration in that prep guide. I'm going to have all of the different styles that I see most often laid out for you. And I like to break it up that way because it's like, think, okay, who do you want to be for your shoot? What do you want to what persona do you want to try on? Do you want to do something edgy? Are you more of like the sophisticated and soft gal? Do you want to play up your favorite sports team? Like, there are tons of different styles that you can do in the studio, but I'm going to lay those out for you with photo examples. That way, if you see something that catches your eye, you can be like,
Hot freeze!
what do I need for that? Your girl has a checklist. You know I do. So I literally will give you a checklist. And if you love this style, these are the pieces that I suggest shopping for to kind of pull that look together and just tie it up with a nice bow, right? So you're going to have that. You're also going to have a list of my favorite places for shopping. So you can pretty much use that. You obviously can go outside of those suggestions, but I like to give you a little bit of variety as far as the pricing and the size inclusivity. That's so important. I have clients who will literally spend $300 on one set at Honey Burdette, and then I have clients that are going to spend, $13.99 at Amazon, and I'm also fine with either. But that's a story for another video. And if I don't kill this fly,
I might cry.
we're going to let it go because it's not important. It's killing my vibe, but it's fine. I'll be fine. The second thing that you're going to get in your client portal is a pre-session survey. I had to say that slowly because I didn't think it was going to work. Your pre-session survey, and your pre-session survey is going to have really like a breakdown of all the different things that you can do while you're in the studio with me. So, the different setups I have, the different backdrops. I think clients really enjoy this one too, because if you're like me and you have anxiety, sometimes it's kind of nice to like map out your day in advance because I feel like maybe having some control over where you're going that day might help you relax a little bit. But I'm not using that as a reference set in stone. So, like, you could fill that bad boy out. And then 6 months later, when you come in for your session, you might change your mind. And that's fine too. But it's there if you want to feel like you have a better idea of what you can do when you're in there and kind of get a lay of the land for what's available. So, the other thing is sometimes clients, when they tell me about that, is they're like, oh, I loved that survey because I didn't even know you had X, Y, and Z. Like, I didn't know you had a shower scene, or I didn't know I could wear the angel wings. So, all of those little options are going to be in there for you, and you'll get a really good feel for what kind of sets you want to use for the day, right? The third thing that you're going to get in there is really detailed studio directions. And obviously, that's important because I want you to find me.
I'll find you.
I want you to find me for your photo shoot. And like, I'm in downtown Cleveland, so I have tons of clients who are from completely just a wide range of backgrounds. So you might be really familiar with downtown Cleveland, or you might be like me, where you're more of a suburb gal, and you get also the anxiety comes in when you're trying to get anywhere downtown. Side note, if I can get to the studio, I have full confidence that you can. It's super easy to find, but in the detailed studio directions, I make it even easier with a link. You just click it. My automation actually will send you the email for the directions like 2 days before your shoot. So it's at the top of your inbox, really easy to get to. Click the link, and there's pictures of the actual studio building and where you're going to park and everything. So if you want that visual lined up, baby, I've got you, right? I told you, I'm holding your hand the whole time. Okay. So that also reminds me with the automation part. I usually have something that kicks out about, I don't know, 2 weeks before your session. So if there's been a window of time before, like from the time we had our first chat versus like when your session actually is, you can actually schedule a second phone consultation. And I call it like a refresher. And we can hop on the phone again and just make sure you feel like you have all your ducks in a row. So there's that option too. I hope that that helped. Those are my top 3 resources that clients love that I give you before your session, amongst other things. If you have any questions on any of that, I'd be happy to dive deeper. For now, that's all I've got.